There's a big cloud of mayflies right across the river here, and there are at least 4 trout. I saw 4 trout rise simultaneously. One in the corner, one in the middle, one under the right underhanging bank, and one up in the current a bit further up. At least 4 fish. 2 of them are small, one of them's about 50 centimetres. So I've got a shot. I finally got a big one on that didn't bust me off in the weeds. So it's about 3 pounds, I reckon. Depending on how fat it is. It's a 50 centimetre fish. Just not sure if it's fat or skinny. Oh, maybe a bit smaller than, yeah. Over a kilo anyway. It's a nice fish. Yeah. Beautiful fish. Last time I was here 5 days ago, I hooked a 3 pounder under that overhanging bank there, and he went through the weeds and I lost him. And I had a take from a fish that was about 3 pounds there before I hooked this one, and I didn't hook it properly, so then I moved up, and this fish here was just up past that rock there on the right, about 2 metres ahead of the rock. The first cast landed level with the rock, second cast landed 2 metres past the rock, and the fish came up straight away and grabbed my ruddy dun. So it looked like he's about 2.5 pounds, beautifully marked brown. Yeah, he's definitely over a kilo, and he's very well hooked. See the ruddy dun in the corner of the mouth there, right in the bone. And the other fish I've caught today, I haven't bothered using the net, but this one I will, just because it's the bottom here. It's not that deep, but it's really slippery, and I don't want to get in there trying to catch the fish by hand, so I'm just going to net him, take his photo, and then let him go. So I let the fish go. Had it out of the water for about 30 seconds, but it's got its breath back now, and it's just there recovering. And my experience with these fish, in 20-30 minutes it'll be feeding again actively once it's over the shock. So it's just recovering its breath. So stay out there in the current under the weeds there until it's recovered, and then it'll start feeding again. I've actually had a couple of fish on this river where I've hooked them and caught them and released them and then caught them again later the same day. Oh, the water at the moment is just covered in mayflies. There are at least 3 different types of mayflies plus caddis. There's these little black ones, these little pale fawn, almost white ones, and then there's the big red spinners, and that's why I'm using a fly. It's a bit wet at the moment, but I call it the ruddy dun, and it's basically like a dun red spinner. This one's so waterlogged now that I'll actually change it and put a dry one on, just so I get a bit of float.